now we're here hanging out with the Time Master. And we know we're going to destroy in order to create, as we create in order to destroy. And we keep the energy of the Taurus intact, in flow. That's nature's natural order of the flow and the rhythm of creation and sustaining life. Now, let's receive some messages and see what's going down. We know that we're healing from the devil energies and this separateness that it has caused. And this separateness is causing sickness and unhealthy patterns that have us stuck in karmic loops. And we know we're just not going anywhere. We're the serpent that eats its own tail, but no more. No more, because we're woke. We're the woke ninja. And while everyone else is sleeping, we're woke. And we're seeing what we need to see. We're activated. And thank goodness more and more people are activating and seeing what they need to see along the path. As we know, we're in the time of the Great Awakening. And more people will continue to activate. But we know we're leading the way in this transformation, and we are humbled with that. We're humbled with the fact that we're leading the way in this transformation, and we know that's how we add the generous charge in knowing we're doing this work for the collective, to feed into the collective energy fields for the rest to feed from and activate. And so it will go. It will continue to keep going on, because then those that will activate will feed into the collective templates, and so on and so on. And we're going to keep in the flow. We're going to use the energy of the world, our experience, to shift to this space. Where we want to go, this is endgame, this is intimacy, this is love, this is creation, this is happiness, this is joy, this is connection. This is all these things. This is fertilization of life. We need to deal with this. So we're going to use our experiences and what we've learned, our activations. And this is everything from the time we entered this planet to now. And even if you can activate, past life information, you go ahead and do that. You want to use everything to your advantage. This is where we use our experience in order to expand with. And we connect it to the energy of youth, to our childhood. And we're going to find balance here. We're going to find balance through our transformation of the lower vibrational energies. She has let me get over here. She has a serpent around her arm. Look, she's had a third eye activation, but look, it's within her solar plexus. So her solar plexus are healed, and her solar plexus are connected to her third eye. So she's found light of the divine to be her personal power, and she's creating with it. And that's key. It's the divine being the power that's bigger than us in order to restore the love. Now, we know we're using the energy of the Time Masters, so we're going to destroy in order to create. And here's Judgment. Look at that. Not only is there one there, there's one there. There's one there. So we're going to destroy the energies of the past in order to create a new. We're not going to let those vibrations hold us down. We're not going to be that woman with our basket, carrying all of our life's experiences in that basket with us forth. We understand their experiences in order to create with here, to connect, to end separateness. But we need to cleanse those lower vibrational energies that are weighing that basket down. So we're going to destroy to create. And we're going to destroy these devil energies in order to get here. And how are we going to do so? We're going to pick life over death. We're going to pick what is real, what is natural, what is unique over perfectionism and artificial intelligence. And we're not going to destroy life. We're going to create with life. And this is connected to the Vesica Pisces and the mirror image that Spirit created on the second day of creation. And it's connected to love. So there's our counterpart. Okay? The connection to our counterpart. There's the key. Look at the fertilization of life. Look at the life is connected to this beautiful flower. And here is what we're removing away, the decay. This is the decay. And we are not going to destroy life anymore. We're going to respect it through the divine and our connection to the divine. Now, so here we've picked life. Now, we're going to use our Ace of Wands to fertilize the egg. This is the connection between the masculine and feminine energy and the birth of creating anew. And it's through our God spark, through the masculine energy. I want that to be known. And now we're going to see through our illusions in the Seven of Cups, and here is where we have created. We fertilize life, and look, we've created new life within the womb by seeing through our illusions and creating off of what's real. Now it's time to receive the messages that are connected to these ones. This is the bardo, and the bardo is a space between this life and the next. All right? This is a place of communication between the realms of us living and the ones that have passed on. Now, this space allows us to see life in our lives, connections, energy, through the cosmic lens. And it's a timeless lens, so there's our connection to time. Here is also our connection. In the bardo, there is potential to forgive the unforgivable, to say the unsaid, to see the unseen, to love the unloved, to let go of all of the things that cause us pain, suspending us in its spaciousness for just long enough to open us up to higher wisdom. Its energy does not belong to Earth as we know it, but rather to the cosmic network of which we are a single thread. Wow. Now we're connecting to energy, guys. We're connecting to energy. We're doing it. We're on mission work. We're on point. And this is in order to destroy what needs to be destroyed. To be able to forgive, to be able to transmute what's toxic to what we don't understand. A lot of this is to transmute what we don't understand, to see what we need to see. I love that. To be able to love what's unlovable, because we can understand it. We can see it from a higher point of wisdom. Because remember, spirit can understand any concept that we're trying to understand here to infinity and beyond. We're seeking knowledge. We're seeking knowledge, okay, guys, to apply it. And a lot of times, it doesn't make sense to what we've been programmed to think the way that it should make sense. And that's where we need to do some healing. And this is about healing. This is about being able to use that space in order to forgive, to seek the truth, and to do this with grace. This is the space, between the veils. And first and foremost, we are using this space to create peace in the madness of this world. We need this. All right. Now, moving forth to the energy of the apocalypse. This is connected to a painful time, like dark night of the soul energy. When we've got more than one dynamic, desperate dynamics, simultaneously helping us to unfold at the same time, like pulling us apart. But these energies are pulling us apart in order to lift the veil. And this is where we illuminate our truths and we see what we need to see. Now, there needs to be healing after this because, this is a drastic change, and seeing what we need to see behind the veil, well, we need to heal from that. So the grief, we must purge the toxicity and the grief, and then allow time for regeneration that comes from the wreckage of revealing the truth. But this is the thing. Now the new story forms after this because we've removed the illusions. So now we're building off the truth of the light. And this is what I love more than anything. The unknown becomes known and guides the way. Meditate on that for a minute, guys. The unknown becomes known and guides the way. Now we are on mission work with our divine blueprint and seeing what we need to see. Moving us forth to the energy of the destroyer. And this energy is just like the tower. It reminds me so much of the tower. This comes in to destroy us. And this is energy that is connected to a trio. And look, 1, 2, 3. We're on point. This is painful. This is the energy that seeks out stagnancy. And even if we're comfortable in stagnancy, it doesn't care. It's come in to remove what needs to be removed. It is its name, the destroyer. But this is what allows us to redirect our life. And it just comes in with swift and precise blows to move in what needs to move. This could be relationships, jobs, homes, any form of security that's not allowing us to live or uncover our true purpose. And after all this, we need the energy of the comic. Now this energy is connected to the magician, but also the sage. Because, you know what, comics have been frowned upon. Because it's like, oh, you're making light of a serious situation. But that's exactly what we need to do. We need to be able to make light of serious situation. We need to make light of all this pain. Because that's how we're going to raise our vibration. And shapeshift and transform and do what we came here to do. We're not staying down here lower vibrationally. We're going up. And you know what? There is genius within this energy of the comedian, the comic. Because we're able to laugh through darkness. We're able to laugh through suffering. This is connected to our spirit, easygoing energy. And I mean, who doesn't like to laugh at things that are hilarious? I mean, this energy can face the shadows. This energy can shut down the shadows if it so desires. Now, the offering. Here we go. Now, there's definitely a running theme here, guys. We are definitely moving through to lighten ourselves up. Like, we're moving through all these energies in order to lighten our load up. So, we can be emptied in order to be filled back up. And this is allowing us to regenerate, to be in the energy of the Taurus and raise our vibration. And to transmute these darker energies in order to really help raise the vibration around here. And remember, this is connected to the earth the work we're doing with Gaia. And this is about now we're going to make a sacrifice. This is just like the energy of the Hanged Man. We need to make the sacrifice of the generous charge. And if we don't know what this is, we need to go within meditation in order to receive that answer. So we're going to speak to the divine. We're going to make a prayer. We're going to speak to the divine in prayer. And then we will actively meditate in order to receive the answer. And remember, we gotta be in the right energy. Give this time, okay? Because then we're going to enter the flow. Remember, everything is about giving and receiving. And giving and receiving. We're entering the flow, and we need to give up something here. This is universal principles, okay? Universal laws. And this is now connected to the creator. And I want you to see, you can see that these cards are connected. And this is the card that they show me next in the message. Now, guys, this is where I get lit, because there's a card that they showed me. There's a card right underneath, actually here, that they showed me. And I just found the connection to this message within this card. And you know what? I did not want to have this card underneath here present, but they kept saying, no, it belongs in the message. It belongs in the message. And I'm like, this message can be so long. It belongs in the message, Nicole. And here is the connection. And remember, this is going to relate back to this message here. Okay? But I must really get the information from this card, because this is everything, you guys. This says so much about what we're doing. The creator, the artist, the alchemist, the innovator. The creator is not intimidated by darkness or by lack. They know that from the void, creation inevitably emerges with meager, minimal, and outlandish materials. The creator reveals a new image. They make the empty room resonate with healing sounds. They generate bounty from the seed that others tossed away. Now, wow. This is what I love more than anything. This archetype annihilates preconceived notions of what is possible, leaving unexpected openings in the wake of its destruction. The creator does this by first being absolutely present to what is. Now, this is not imagining. This is not thinking, oh, well, what's different? This is just what is. This is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And that's why we need to destroy in order to create. And that was to destroy the veil of illusions, the deceptions, in order to create from the truth. This archetype trusts that a force greater than themselves awaits constant collaboration with each human soul. Whether we call it nature, God, goddess, Shakti, or divinity, it remains nameless. It is the creator's lifelong companion. Now that is another key piece of information. This is a power greater than ourselves, and that's because it's the energy of the creator. We are in creation here. We are with the divine. And they have shown me that this is connected to this energy here of the gem. And I want you to see, guys, like I said, I didn't know because I'm receiving this message right now with you. Look at what that says. Shakti. Wow. Just got to keep on believing. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for being here to heal, harmonize, and raise these vibrations, and to show us that you are here co-creating with us. Because that's what this message is also telling us. That we are co-creators, and we came here to co-create with others, other energies, other beings. The gem. The gem, the diamond, the gold, the inner treasure. There are infinite names for this gem. It is also known as the jewel, the star, the talent, the gift, the gold. One thing for certain is that it is found deep within a substance that is very much unlike it. For example, a diamond in the rough. The gem always stands in contrast to its surroundings. You can't find it when you are among comforts and pleasantries. Precious stones develop slowly and deep within the earth, amidst pressure and darkness. Discovering this gem requires a descent beneath the surface where there is no definitive map. Yet the longing to touch the true gem within us is so strong that we cannot help but seek out its radiance. Your gem, like your destiny, is unlike any other in the entire world. Keep digging. And this is connected to our shine, guys. This is our shine. This is our light. This is our uniqueness. Our unique light that only we can offer here within the world. It's irreplaceable. And what we see that glimmers is helping us to see where we need to be going. Through the veil, through all of this, what you see that glimmers, follow it. What you see that shines, follow it. All right, let's get the next part of this message. This is all about our breaking. We must break apart in order to come back together as whole. This is connected to the unfragmented pieces of ourself. And many times when we're being broken apart, we think that it's through dark forces, but much of it is done through the loving arms of the divine in order for us to reveal our true selves, our true beauty, our unity. So we must allow ourselves to be broken apart. The pieces to fall away that need to fall away, that don't serve us, that are not ours. So we can find true self. And we need to remember that this is connected to love. And we are love. Love is a special closeness that sings from the heart, that warms my days and nights, that feels so good, that makes me smile, that makes me glad to be alive. Let go and break. It's going to be the making of you. And then we know we retrieve pieces of our soul in soul retrieval, and we put it all back together and we birth anew. Bringing us forth to the bride offers herself. The promise is that every bride shall have her bridegroom. Okay? And this is what the message that they've shared to me. There is a sacred offering taking place. The great feminine wisdom. She is offering herself to you in friendship, love, spiritual companionship, or service in some way. This may manifest in a spiritual gift from the Divine Mother in the form of a life circumstance or situation, whether it is immediately recognized as a gift or not. To accept this offering as a bridegroom, accepting his bride with love, reverence, and respect will bring good fortune. And I'm excited to see what this means. And remember, guys, this is going to mean something different for all of us. We're all on our own unique paths and journeys. Now, we are connected to the spiral dance of the goddess. And this is the dance of our light, the dance of us, the dance of our growth, of our light into form. Spiral dance of the goddess. From a point of light unfolding, we become a soul, then incarnate into a sacred body, and our lives become a work of divine art, a speck of heavenly presence manifesting itself through dimensions of time and space into a life on earth made manifest. The extraordinary fact of your existence is a divine happening. Ain't that the truth? And what a beautiful way to put this. What beautiful wording. Thank you very much to The Journey of Love guidance book by Alana Fairchild, Rasuli, and Richard Cohn. Now, as the light of the moon is dancing not only upon the water, but inside of you, your ancient light is dripping into the mud of the earth. This is how the soul becomes a divine human in the making. As you sense yourself moving and shifting from light to dark and back again, from knowing to unknowing, you are weaving your consciousness, your divinity, into sacred expression, manifesting your soul essence into the form of your life. Threading the light through the darkness without even realizing you're doing it. You are gently impregnating the matter of your body, of your life, with light. And we know we're in the time of fertilization. So this is connected to what we're doing. Your body and your life become luminous, radiant, and you assist others, even just through your presence. It sounds wonderful, and it is. Yet it's not always an easy path. As the light travails through darkness, pain and suffering can arise in waves. Best to be present to it and trust that it is not a permanent condition, and wait for the spiral to twist from dark to light again, always moving closer and closer to the purity of the center and expanding outward eternally, and as though you're being inhaled by the divine, filling cosmic lungs as they reach far and wide, taking in all of life. Wow. That's what we're doing, guys. This is what we're doing. And now it's time for us to dream a little. We need to dream. We need to use these laws of manifestation to our advantage and allow our spiritual gifts to be received through the process of dreaming. And this is connected to just creation and how we're feeling through the creation process. And realistically, this is all about inspiration. We need inspiration in order to manifest and to do all this work we're doing. Moving forth to intimacy. And this is why we activated our sensuality, our sensual awakening, which is connected to this message. We will receive it soon. Now, this is what we want to be feeling right now. And there's a key to feeling this energy. Your vulnerability is the key to you growing spiritually. Now is the time to share yourself openly without pretense or defensiveness. Let down the barriers that have held you apart from another, from the divine, from the world, and let yourself be held by the experiences of your life without needing to defend against them. Expect nothing and be open to receive everything. Your vulnerability is your way forward now. You are learning that you have enough strength to truly surrender. You are brave enough to allow yourself to be truly lived by the divine. And this is all about now we're opening up. We're opening up so we can receive our gifts. And this is moving us forth to distant shores. And the connection to this space, because this is what we're longing for. We're longing for intimacy, even through time and space, to come together, to be together, yin and yang, as one, in the flow, baby. This is why we're doing all this work, to be in union and have reunion with our counterpart. Many of us, right? I won't speak for all, but I'll speak for many of us. Let's get the message. Now, all that shifting we just did was not for anything, because now this message is starting to really make sense. We're going forth to distant shores, and distant shores is the connection to your counterpart, the longing for your counterpart and the connection to them. And this is all about being hungry for divine reunion. And just even this being activated within us, and we are hungry for divine union. So our soul is seeking out whatever it needs to seek in order to have this reunion, because that's the goal, that's the end game, right? And no matter what anyone says, a lot of people say, oh, well, it's for some of us and not for some of us. I believe, and this is my belief, that the divine would want us to be here and be successful, and what is good for one is good for all. And that the end game and the goal is for all of us to come into reunion and to achieve this, and to not be doing all this work for nothing. But that's where we need to shift gears and see that our perception, and see we're not doing this all for nothing, that all this work matters, and that we're all one, that we're all interconnected, and everything we're doing is all connected to the energy of source and unconditional love and creation. And we are here speaking about creation. But we are all loved and we all matter, and we need to remember that whatever our path looks like right now, whatever we are actually here doing, whatever we're actually here experiencing, whatever part of this path and journey we're actually on, we need to understand that we're seeing what we're seeing right now, and it can always change at any moment and any time. That the one thing that is constant here is change. And that the way something looks today, it may not look the same way tomorrow or the day after that. And to allow the shift, not to just be caught up in the past and say, oh, none of this stuff's ever going to work out. No, allow the shift and allow what this journey is to cultivate for you, and what are your beliefs. Meditate on those. Meditate on your connection to this, but this is seeking out a new connection. This is actually being plugged into a brand new circuit so that you can receive different energy. And don't worry if it doesn't seem practical. The divine is much more important, intelligent, and capable of genius than mere logic would have us to believe. And that's where we need to trust and have faith in what we're seeing. And this is where, too, we don't want to get lost in other people, because other people may not understand what we are seeing or the unseen, and other people may not understand the bird's eye view. This is our journey, our path. This is our light, our uniqueness. Now, this brings us forth to God speaking, and it's a number 33, guys. God is speaking to us through our intuition and not our logic, okay? That we're being divinely guided and divinely led, and that God is speaking to us. God is there giving us guidance and seeking to connect with us through the energy of love. God loves us. God is speaking. We just have to listen, and we know we can listen through meditation. And meditation looks different. We can be actively meditating while we're exercising. We could be sitting there doing yoga and meditation. We could be cleaning our house and in meditation. But God is speaking, and this is to remind us that through every obstacle, our life is perfectly unfolding. That we are still loved through our challenges. God is there. The divine, the creator, source, whoever that is to you. Now, this is connected to the choice. The choice is all about being everything we just talked about, emptied in order to be filled back up. And the choice is ours. And the way that we're going to be filled back up is through play. And this is working through our anxieties, working through our fears, working through those uncomfortable emotions, toxic emotions, and just letting them run free, letting them run through us. And then being filled by the ever-loving, everlasting ocean of the divine love, of the divine energy that is right there for us to create and connect with. And this is offering us guidance, but this is connected to cleansing and washing away what needs to be washed away. The choice is ours. This card here, I'm just going to backtrack for 1 second. The choice specifically speaks that we are creating peace through play. Now, the message of soft is peace. It is that we must surrender to the creation of peace. Because our heart is receptive. And it's not about, the heart is receptive, and it's not about always fighting, okay, guys? It's not always like we have to be feeling like we're going against the grain, like we're fighting the world. No, this is about being in a time of regeneration. This is about being in a time of allowing yourself to be soft, to feel soft, to meditate. This is that beautiful, sensual energy that really, to me, I believe is starting to blossom here through the vulnerability of being soft and not having to feel like, you're on 24/7, like you're a warrior, because we've been gone through so many dark nights of the soul. We have to allow this vibration to be a part of us in order to open thyself. And this to open up to sensuality, to open up to loving. But this is through peace, okay? And this is through having moments of quiet reflection, not being around all this stimulus. Let yourself be emptied in order to be filled back up. And what you're filling yourself up with can't always just be more stimulus. We have to put some softer energies within us. Now, this is the message I'm really excited to receive. Rings of Time, and it is a number 44. Number 44 is a manifestation number. It's a master number, and it's connected to our abundance. And this is the main message. And this is connected to the Time Master and the mastering of time. Divine timing is granted to us as a gift. Sometimes if we want to be further ahead than we are, that gift can seem like a restriction rather than a generous holding. Guys, and we really need to hear this message. We're always discussing divine timing here. It's time. It's time to receive this message so we can put this to rest once and for all and surrender to divine timing within our lives. And this is incredible symbolism for what divine timing looks like metaphorically. Much like traffic that moves systematically so that not only one car, but many can reach their destination according to a greater harmony and alignment. We are all like individual cars that must sometimes accept red lights. At other times, we can flow swiftly through many green lights. In this way, the systematic flow of the divine energy through human manifestation, your spiritual maturation is happening perfectly. There is no need to bother yourself about timing. When doors open, walk through. When there appear to be no such openings, rest and reflect. The rings of time serve you, beloved, bringing you a message that the divine is completely responsible for the timing of every event, opportunity, and happening of grace in all of your life. All you need to do is live your life. Everything else is taken care of for you now. This applies to all of your plans, the unfolding of your relationships. Let it be, breathe, and let the divine happen as it will. And we are really cultivating this relationship with divine timing. This is about surrender. And this is so that we can have that charge of creation within the moment. So many of us are focusing on the past and the future and what's not working out. And we need to stop that. We need to shift gears and we need to move forth with having trust and faith that it's all working out in divine timing, because all of our cars on the freeway need to get to where they're going, as we are all interconnected. And the divine's got a path on that freeway of energy, a plan for us. And we need to have faith and trust in it. And this is so that energy that's bigger than ourselves can help us get back into alignment. And speaking of energy that is bigger than ourselves, that moves us forth to the message from the ancient ones. All of our hard work has been noticed. And all the work that we're doing from within to without, it is transforming. And we have to remember that there's a time delay here in our manifestation process. That's just the way it works here. There's a time delay. So we accept that and we give time and allow time for this shift. And very soon, what we've been creating will be reflected back to us. Because we know we're reflecting from within to without. And very soon, from without to within, what we've been creating will be reflected back to us. And this all has to do with our spiritual growth. Message from the ancient ones. Your spiritual growth is now acknowledged and witnessed by the heavenly ones that see beyond time and space into the reality of your soul. Do not lose heart if your spirituality is not fully acknowledged, understood, or appreciated by those around you in this physical world as of yet. Though they may love you, it is most likely that their vision is still bound by time and space, and they cannot see into the very real gains that you have made in the subtle worlds, where all true spiritual growth begins. So the ancient ones reach out to you and bring this message. We see you, beloved. We honor your growth. It is real, it is palpable, and soon it will manifest fully in the physical world. With breathtaking beauty, we honor your light. Namaste. Now we're riding the cosmic wave, guys. And gee, it's about time. I really need this energy right now. This is about, we've taken the leap now. And now that we've taken the leap, we just need to ride the cosmic wave, you know. We think that after we take the leap, we just have to continue on with all this drudgery. But we need to learn how to ride the cosmic wave. And this has much to do with surrendering to divine timing. And we know we are awakening sensually. And we received this message. This is what got us here to begin with. This is what this is connected to. And it's time. It's time to play with ourselves. It's time to feel sensual. This moves us forth to this space here. Shakti. And the message we are about to receive. Shakti is the divine feminine fire. She is the body awakened with light. The divine feminine. She is the divine feminine, and she is the Kundalini, the energetic force that moves through us, triggered by love. Love that leads us to the enlightenment of our body. And this is what's happened to us. We've been activated with our divine counterparts. And divine feminine, are you hearing this? Are you hearing this? With our Kundalini coming alive within us, we cannot remain as we once were. It's impossible. And this is about not being able to live the old lives that we did before that this happened to us, before that this was activated. And people can see this, like, well, what's got into him? What's got into her? It's because we've changed. You are going through energetic shifts in your subtle anatomy because your energy, body, physical body, have already begun to merge with each other. So your energy body and your physical body, they're merging. They've merged, okay? The energetic shifts will affect your physical body. It is always wise to consult a healthcare practitioner, but at least some of your physical challenges at the moment, from aches and pains to tiredness, are due to this energetic awakening. And this is now, we need to nurture ourselves because our body is spiritually awakening to greater light. Self-care is important right now. It's a must. All right. Falling. Let's get the message of falling. Falling is connected to the sweet nectar of life. Now, there's a metaphor in here. We are much like fruit, okay? And when we're ready to fall from the tree, we're ready to fall from the tree. It's time to go. Because the sweet nectar of us must be enjoyed. This is also connected to allowing what else in your life needs to fall away, because we're removing what's stagnant. The dead ends, like dead skin. It's got to go because we're in the process of regeneration, of renewal, and that's the time we're in. We're in the time of renewal. We need to laugh, we need to cry, we need to do what we need to do to let the pieces of ourselves that are no longer serving us fall away. We need to understand we are like fruit and the sweet nectar, and we are to be enjoyed. There is a message for you within this oracle. You are being called closer to divine union and into the fulfillment of your own destiny. It is now safe for you to trust what is happening. Go with it. It might seem like you're being asked to take a leap of faith. It's the right timing for that. It's your time to give yourself in love without holding back anything of yourself. Is it wrong to love, to feel what I hold inside? The answer must wait. This connects us to fire and ice and being able to hold the tension of opposites. And this is connected to the masculine and feminine energies. The water, the ice, and the fire, the masculine. There is a passion and serenity, creation and destruction, new life and death emerging within you, within your relationships. Yes, it's hard to handle, but you are a grand enough soul to be able to withstand the rigorous of depth, to go deep, to live fully, to let the divine have its way through you requires a willingness to stand at the center of the pairs of opposites and eventually know that they are connected to each other and that they exist only in relationship to each other, to breathe and to simply be. Now, this is understanding we cannot lose the yin to our yang and the yang to our yin. This is the connection to our counterpart. It cannot be lost. We cannot have one without the other. Okay? If you're consciously feeling the conflict in your life, internally or externally, then you are being initiated through fire and ice. Stay present, be patient, and wait. There is nothing to fix here. Just awareness to step into as divine creation continues. And we got the message. We are in a time of divine creation through the water and fire energies. And this is unfolding through us. As you master this initiation, you will find a sweet nectar of bliss dripping within. Now, look at that. We're following the hummingbird, connected to the sweet nectars of life. Now we've had 2 messages that are connected to the sweet nectars of life. And guys, I love this. I have not read any of this. I put this together in the order that I put it in. I added the extra cards they told me to add that I didn't even know half of them even existed. I haven't used this deck in eons. And I told you guys, I never study my decks because I have not been called to. And this is how I believe. This is how I believe along this path. All these messages are unfolding in real time together. And I always promised you guys, this channel, we're unfolding. It's real. What's happening here is in real time. This is where the magic's happening. This is everything, guys. We have access to this feeling, this energy at any time. And it's connected to the positive charge that we add to any negative situation. What we feel and express, what we choose at any given time, is our offering to the divine cosmic matrix. It germinates and is reflected back to us as manifestation in this material reality. Can you choose to gentle your heart, to let it be open to light and to life, even if just for a moment? If you are in the midst of darkness or deep suffering, can you find even just for a moment the joy of existence underneath it? It is a wild ride, this life. Every time you open your arms in yes, the universe responds in kind. It's time to trust in this moment that there is joy waiting to be felt and found. No matter how hard that may be to even believe right now, let go of your attachment to the apparent problems at hand. Let joy in. You're being offered divine support to live a less guarded existence, to dissemble yourself a little or a lot, and let your true nature, which is joy, bubble to the surface. All right, guys, so I'm really lit because I'm really excited because two connections to channeled messages are sitting right here as well, okay? We know that we have been following the signs and the synchronicities to get here. And one of them, the channeled messages I received, was number 10s, to follow the number 10s as they are connected to 1111, the Great Awakening Code. And the number 10s and the messages of the number 10s are helping us to turn the wheel. So here's number 10, and the message is from 3 to 1. There is a heavenly child in your midst. It may be within your heart, in your womb, or a glimmer in your eye soon to be. This child holds the key to fulfillment of a process that is happening for you now. Now, this child may be a physical culmination of your marriage or commitment to another. So we're going to conceive, right? But this could also just be the symbol of birthing a new self after a time of learning, to bring the male energies of protection and disconcernment together with the female energies of feeling and creativity within ourselves or our relationships with another. So there we go. We're birthing a whole self. And we have joined the energies, okay? And guys, for any of you in the background, my son is doing some schoolwork, okay? We need this energy. We know the child is so important, and the connection to the children and the healing with the children. And I love it. I love that we're following the number 10s, and it's from 3 to 1. And look, we have come together as one, but through the energy of 3. And we know the energy of 3 is connection here. We discuss this all the time. We're creating the 2 of Cups, but our abundance is within the 3 of Cups and the alchemy of the cups. And that is connecting us to the 1, the Ace of Cups. Us, within the well of creation. Connecting us to the light, divine light, the woman of light. I know the divine to be eternal. There is no limit to my peace and pleasure as I rise and rise again. Being capable of receiving the light and accepting the next level of illumination. I am sacred flesh coming to light. I am the walking temple, the living goddess, she who shines with truth. I come to you now. I am one with you now. I am the awakened one and the awakener. And this is what we talk about. You know, we do all this energy of awakening, and we know we're merging with our physical energy. So this is activating our light body and our Kundalini. And we know this is connected to the feminine, Shakti. Okay? And this is part of our purpose. And we know that our light activates others. It activates others along the quest, along their spiritual quests and paths. And that's connected to our spiritual quests and paths. And this is us awakening and activating others, but also being awakened and activated by others. Thus, you know, we're all in the flow, okay? We're all giving and receiving and giving. Now, this is where I get a little bit more lit, because channeled message was the divine feminine praise. And look at this. And it was connected to the prayer of the mother. And here we go. The mother prays. This is the connection to that message. This is about allowing the Great Mother and the energy of the Great Mother to be within our lives, to nurture us, to empower us, to heal us, to help us with all this transmuting of energies and shape-shifting. All we have to do is ask, because you know what? The Divine Mother loves us unconditionally. You are being watched over. Many beings are aware of your existence, knowing about your heart and soul and how pure they are, even when you may be in doubt at times, because after all, you are a divine being masquerading as a fascinating mixture of light and darkness. Sometimes you may not feel so pure. That's okay. The mother prays for you not because you're about to do something ridiculous and you might come to harm, but that you might not do something ridiculous and avoid living your life to your true potential. She's here to wrap you in waves of light, love, and consciousness so that you may feel brave enough to live your life and not hold back from pursuing what is within your heart, or really letting it pursue you and giving in to its seduction. The mother prays, so fear not and just live your life. The mother praise is connected to yin yang lover. And this is us, guys. This is exactly what we are. This is attracting what is meant for us, our divine birthright through the laws of attraction, and not fighting it. And understanding that the force of attraction is stronger than our conscious control. You cannot lose the yin to your yang or the yang to your yin. And this is, we don't have to fight. We don't have to fight for our divine birthright. And we're not claiming second prize, we're claiming first. And it's about the work that we are doing here, the connection to our needs and our wants through our desires, through our heart, and the law of attraction. And understanding that what we're seeking is seeking us. It's only a matter of time before we receive it. And that is connected to coming together. And it's the number 66. And this is a very sacred number as well. It's the connection to the number 33 and mastering ourselves and what we're doing here. You and another soul are coming into each other's worlds. It is a karmic destiny that is unfolding, an expression of a divine plan set in motion many lifetimes ago. That destiny may have a romantic purpose. It may have a sacredness that is sexual. It may have a sacredness that is creative, tender, about learning self-esteem or courage. It may bring a gift of enduring friendship and loyalty, or be an expression of a passing flash of divine force that shakes your foundations and helps you move out of a situation which would have consumed your light with tediousness and playing small. The coming together is happening, however. Know that it is love. Mamma mia, guys, I'm so lit. I can barely even keep these words from being so passionate because this is incredible. And you know what? Because this is where we come together. This is where we actually do it. And there's so much symbolism between the numbers right now. 66. This definitely means something, you guys. Because two energy patterns are coming together in order to create one. You're going to be moved by love, whether it's long-term or fast and furious. It is love and it has meaning. Let it be what it is and don't try to force it. Enjoy it. Enjoy the experience and your growth. And guys, this is twin flames. This is counterparts coming together. This is why we exist, why we're here. Two energy patterns come together, a shared frequency in a field of possibilities, and there was resonance. And look, there that is, right there. This is us, guys. Here's our connection. Now we're ready to receive our gifts. And I find it very interesting. We've now moved to a number 13. And we know Number 13 is connected to death and rebirth, where we apply our spheres of knowledge, the feminine energy, and the connection to the unknown in order to make it known and expand with it. And this is about just now, we're not going to fight the fact that we're going to receive gifts. And we're not going to, now that we're ready to receive these gifts, not receive them because we don't think we're worthy of them. We are worthy of them. We are love. And thus, we are receiving love. Okay, guys? And we need to be in the flow. This is about being in the energy of peace, joy, happiness, because we're in the energy of what we're creating, what we're receiving, what we're being gifted, and just allowing it to happen. And remembering it can come in unexpected packages. This is the divine. This is not, we're being surprised. This is not knowing everything. And that's what allows us to believe, right? We don't know everything and then it comes true and we believe some more. The wind blows softly through grass and my open heart. Love unexpected. And that's it. Wasn't that it? This is how we feel about our counterpart at the end of the day. For many of us, this was love unexpected.